Star Wars, Skeleton Crew just set up Star Wars' new Princess Leia Organa replacement in the funniest way. Princess Leia is easily one of Star Wars' best characters, winning over audiences from the very beginning with her fierceness, compassion, and, of course, her sarcastic and witty personality. The character's future in Star Wars movies and TV shows has been uncertain for years, though, following the tragic real-life death of iconic Leia actress Carrie Fisher. There's been plenty of speculation that Star Wars may either recast the role or find a character to be Leia's stand-in, and now that stand-in may have come. Fern's role throughout Skeleton Crew had already suggested that she is Star Wars' new Leia replacement, but one adorable and unexpected moment in the Skeleton Crew ending confirmed that Star Wars has perfectly positioned Fern to take on the Leia Organa role in the franchise moving forward. Fern is officially Star Wars' new Princess Leia figure. Vim's reference to Princess Fern solidified her status. Vim playing with toys in Skeleton Crew Episode 8. There had already been a number of connections between Leia and Fern before the Skeleton Crew finale, particularly pertaining to her characterization. Like Leia, Fern was a natural leader, quickly taking control of the group by establishing herself as the captain to SM-33. This quick thinking in telling SM-33 that she was the new captain was also proof of her intelligence and bravery, both of which likewise linked her to Leia. The Skeleton Crew finale proved even more that Fern is a true Leia replacement in the most charming way. When the droids were surveilling the children in Skeleton Crew Episode 8, Vim needed to play off his conversation with Neil as nothing more than him playing with toys in his room. To do so, he referred to Fern as Princess Fern. Immediately, this calls to mind Princess Leia, as the most prominent princess by far in the franchise. Fern plays out Leia's darkest story. The Skeleton Crew finale had many Alderaan connections. Jod N.A. Noward holding a lightsaber in Skeleton Crew Episode 8. The similarities between Fern and Leia in Skeleton Crew Episode 8 don't end with Fern being called a princess. Sadly, Fern suffered many of the same experiences Leia did in A New Hope, albeit to a much lesser degree. At the very beginning of A New Hope, Leia was taken off her ship by Darth Vader and was captured by the Empire. Similarly, at the beginning of Skeleton Crew Episode 8, Jod N.A. Noward sent the other families home but forced Fern and her mother to come with him. This also builds upon the earlier establishment of Jod N.A. Noward as Skeleton Crew's Darth Vader replacement. While Fern isn't tortured in the way that Leia is in A New Hope, thank goodness, she does have to watch her planet destroyed in a sense as well. In Leia's case, that meant the complete annihilation of Alderaan, her home planet. Luckily, Fern's planet ultimately survived because the New Republic came in to save the day, but she nevertheless had to watch it be ransacked and attacked by pirates. Yet another connection to Leia being held captive by Vader. The scene in which Fern watches from the window of a tower on Atin as her best friend KB plummets to the ground in a ship is very similar to Leia watching from the Death Star as Alderaan is destroyed. Given the number of connections between Leia and Fern, it seems nearly impossible these similarities are coincidental. This raises a fascinating question, though. Does that mean more is coming for Fern in Star Wars? What's next for Star Wars Princess Leia replacement? It's not clear yet what the future holds for these characters. Skeleton Crew Season 2 has yet to be confirmed, if it's ever coming at all. However, Skeleton Crew's ending left the door open for so many story opportunities, from what Jod is going to do now that his scheme was foiled to what comes next for the kids, particularly with Vim looking up admiringly at the New Republic X-Wings, suggesting that is what he wants in his adulthood. Fern's future, especially now that she's been established as a Leia replacement, is certainly among the stories that can still be explored. Given Fern is just a child during Skeleton Crew, it's entirely possible she could pop up in Star Wars' upcoming projects set in the New Republic era or after it. Such projects range from The Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka to Rey's new Star Wars movie and Simon Kinberg's trilogy. Hopefully, Fern's Star Wars story isn't over yet, as Star Wars, Skeleton Crew truly set her up as the perfect Princess Leia replacement.